Welcome to another fantastic edition of the Big Fantastic Show. I've got Mr. Fantastic. How are you doing, Mr. Fantastic?
Well, and you, Mr. Big Mike?
Excellent, excellent. I believe the topic tonight is quite an interesting one as usual. Tell us about it.
Well, I suppose that there's different areas in your life where you depend on being successful and you want to be successful in your life. And like you said, it's about motivation and inspiration. And one of the areas is the power of association. And the power of association is basically made up out of two areas, an internal area and an external area. And tonight, I want to really speak about the internal area and specifically the spiritual area. Just keep in mind, there's other areas that comes into play. There's a spiritual, financial, people, health, and the mental space. But for tonight, I would like to speak about the spiritual well-being and development.
Absolutely identify with all of those areas, and I look forward to actually covering those topics in the future with you. So the spiritual area, what are we talking about? Are we talking about religious beliefs, or what exactly is that?
No, I think it's more about a space that you find yourself in, where you just feel like $1 million. Now, whether it doesn't matter what religion or what beliefs you have, it's those days you wake up and you feel that you can take on the world, everything is just going according to plan, everything is just working 100% and you don't know why.
I know what you're talking about. I wake up every morning feeling like $1 million, of course.
Absolutely.
Right, good. So, feeling like $1 million, I mean, like you said, we don't always feel that way, isn't it? We wake up sometimes and we feel like, like we're just not going to have a good day. But there are those occasions when you're just feeling literally on top of the world and you feel so inspired, so motivated, you can take on anybody and anything. I mean, how does that come about? Because what is it? Why do we wake up on one day feeling like we've been run over by a herd of bulls, and on the other day we wake up like we're feeling like we swallowed the blue pill?
Absolutely. That is true. It's unexplainable. It's as if you say it's luck, or it's something happening to you, but you can't explain it really. So the understanding here tonight is to say, okay, how can we, number one, identify so that when you wake up, you can tell yourself, okay, today I feel like this. This morning I feel like this. Either on top of the world or maybe on the bottom. So number one is to identify it. Number two is to actually understand it and develop it more.
Right.
So that we can get more out of it and take it to the next level. Because believe it or not, Mr. Big Mike, we are not even on 1% of our spiritual well-being that it could be.
I can believe that. So, I mean, while you're talking, I'm thinking, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense to try and understand it, identify it, and sort of capture it. So it would be very much like, let's say you want to feel good, lose weight, you want to eat properly. When you eat good food, you feel good. If you do exercise, you feel good, don't you? So it's finding those triggers, those things, those interactions, those thought patterns, whatever it is, to find out exactly what is it that make you feel good.
Absolutely. And about yourself. I think the more people can make peace with themselves, it's a shortcut to spiritual well-being. Stop trying to please other people or trying to be who other people say you should be. If you want to achieve 50% of spiritual self-being or well-being, then just be happy with yourself. Accept who you are. That is 50% of the achievement right there. The other 50% is actually to take that and say, who am I and what is my passions and what do I love to do? Then make that part of your space. And everybody that comes into that space needs to contribute positively to that space, or otherwise you have to block them.
So, Mr. Fantastic, you positively impact my space. I just want to say that for the record. So, this spiritual well-being, we shouldn't be taking it for granted. It is out there. We all experience it from time to time. It's about how do you experience that more often. So, I thank you, Mr. Fantastic, for this wonderful topic. As I said, we'll cover the other topics. But for the listeners out there, if you want to know how to tap into your spiritual code, why don't you give us a call? Call us, follow the number on that screen at the bottom. And we'll